Hey, Nelson, alcoholic addict. It's not my real name. I use a pen name here at LOL Sober. Um, Let me start today with a question. What is the definition of living a great life? Not a good life, a great life. I'm asking because I watched a TV show the other day where one character is an older guy. He's like this rich CEO type dude, and he's meeting with his future son-in-law. His son-in-law wanted to let him know, hey, I want to ask your daughter to marry me. How do you feel about that? And the CEO dude, he basically tells the kid, I think you're a loser, you know? And then he started talking about his own wealth, what it's like to run a company and have big responsibilities and hire and fire people and be powerful and then provide for kids and a house for your family and all of the standard ingredients we do often think about when it comes to describing what success means. And the implication was that the father-in-law, that's what you should aspire to be. And at the end, he said, you will never be a great man. And I thought about that sentence a lot. You'll never be a great man. And it hit me because I took a moment to think about how I used to define greatness and how I define it now. And I grew up thinking along the same lines as that dad in the TV show. Because like when I was a kid, man, we would play games where it was like, how big's your house gonna be? How many kids are you gonna have? What kind of Lamborghini or sports car are you gonna have? How much money are you gonna make? And these were the staple items that you were aiming for in life. And I actually focused in on, I wanted to be a great athlete. And I wanted to be good at sports, but I also wanted the fame and the adoration and the money, all of the things that came with being a successful athlete. I like the idea of just crushing people publicly in sports. Also, I thought that would put me over the top and make me popular, you know. But I went to a very good high school for sports, and it quickly became apparent during my teenage years that, you know, I wasn't even like the 10th best athlete in my class, let alone the world. So it became clear I wasn't going to be a professional athlete. I was a good athlete, played stuff in college, but just not good enough to be a professional. So I started dreaming then a little bit about like maybe I could be an actor, or I could try stand-up comedy, or I'll be a writer, which is what I ultimately pursued. But I wanted something that came with all of the trappings of how I viewed a great life, capital G, great life. Big house, important job, fame, and validation. I would have made it. I would be a great man then if I did those things. Except the problem is it's mostly a fairy tale in my experience. I've met rich and famous people in my life, and I gotta say, like, I don't think, not many of them seem content to me. Like the rich people, they always think they should be more rich. They count the bank accounts of people who might have more money than them. And the famous people always know the more famous people. In my occasional interactions with people who have fan bases, I'm always surprised at how many of them say stuff like, well, I only need 82,000 more Instagram followers, then I'll be at 1 million, and then I'll only be 400,000 behind so-and-so. And I'll tell you, I get it, but it just sounds like it would be a bottomless pit that I would be susceptible to fall in. How many followers does it take to make you feel like that you matter? You know, how many dollars can you earn until you feel like you're of value? And so to get back to my sobriety, I do think I still had warped ideas about greatness when I went to rehab. I thought maybe I'll stop my drinking and drugging and get back on track, and I'll be rich and famous. I'll just without the drugs and alcohol. I thought that was a cool goal. You know, I'll still just be as successful as ever. I'll be rich and famous, and I don't think that anymore. I think if I ended up rich and famous somehow, that'd be a nice byproduct of what I actually need to do, which is this. I need to live a spiritual life. I need to be of service. I need to find things to earn money that I believe are a benefit to others and also drive me toward a recovery life. I need to find some purpose in that too. So it's not for me to say whether I'm a great man or ever will be. I don't really care. That's probably not even a phrase I want to kick around in my head too much. What is a great life? What is a good life? A bad life? I don't know. I really don't care. I can say this though: the times in my life when I have felt the best, like I'm doing real good in the world, haven't been when I have a big bank account or get on national TV or anything like that. It's been speaking at a rehab or driving a guy to a treatment facility, hugging somebody when they celebrate 1 year sober. There's nothing better than that. It's amazing. And in my home life, it's been seeing my daughters do well at dance or school or soccer or some other activity they care about. It's when their teachers say, which happened this year, holy crap, your kids get good grades and all, but they're so kind to others. Like, those are the things that have actually made me smile in a way that let me be present and feel gratitude. And I don't know if that makes me makes me great, but it sure makes me feel great, and I will take that. Thanks for letting me share.